department someplace, you usually find that that's a political battle between them and the production people. And, it just doesn't pay off, because they'll never ever do the assessment to anybody's advantage. Whereas, in essence, it is less expensive to outsource.
Yep, agreed. They can hold us to a higher standard. That's usually how that works.
Well, what usually happens is when they create scrap, it's theirs. When you create scrap, It's yours. You don't bill them for scrap, do you? You can't. They would laugh at you. Just put it in the bin and collect your 2 cents a pound. But point of purchase displays. What are we talking about with point of purchase POPs? Is that? Go ahead.
Yeah, that's really anything when you go to a store that the clothes are hanging on, or an end cap at the end of an aisle. That's stuff in an industry we were in very heavily. I think through the recession, that was one industry that was really busy, and currently one we're trying to stay away from. Their stuff is all last minute, one-offs, not one-off. Even if it's a big project, you're only going to see 1,000 of these, and then obviously they're going to go on to the next one. So it's not bad work. We've got probably 4 accounts we still do some work with, but they're the ones continually, changing things, modifying, doing 10 of these, 40 of these. Every once in a while you get a good $100,000 order because they're rolling out something nationwide, but it's usually more dinking and dunking than it's worth. So that's one we're trying to steer clear of these days.
Yeah, and you wouldn't kick not kick a what do you want to call that? Spa type of, or not spa, but a exercise equipment company out the door. I'm thinking of the guys that stock, the various gyms out there, LA Fitness and all those guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yep. I don't know if they're doing. I don't know if they're outsourcing that. I would imagine they would. I would imagine because that would be something that they could just outsource so simply and then just be able to sell, and not get into all that wacky production stuff. And they could maintain it and do those things and everything else. Now, in power and wind power generation, what type of parts would you be making for that?
Anything sheet metal related. There's always cabinets and brackets.
Okay.
And a lot of mounting. So, not necessarily anything wind related or anything power related, but really just covers and like anything else, any piece of equipment that's got a bracket or a box or something on it for controls and you name it.
It's really more for the power. When I saw wind power generation, I'm just sitting there going, I wonder what that is. And I'm thinking of something up in the, up where the windmill itself is at. But no, it would be probably more down on the ground. There might be some structural stuff there, but I mean no, I don't think so. Siemens is in my backyard. Their corporate headquarters is down here for their power generation division.
Yep. And absolutely, I'm sure they have boxes and brackets and everything else. And that's actually one thing we've seen with the companies that outsource overseas. It's expensive to ship a box anywhere because obviously you're shipping a lot of air. So we've got one account that, the wind turbine one that we do work with now, they buy the big, heavy, thin stuff from China. But everything we get is a box, and that's finally kind of put our 2 and 2 together that obviously it doesn't ship well from overseas. So with the larger companies, when they're obviously sourcing elsewhere, or Mexico or anything else, boxes would be something that they got to keep local because otherwise it's just too much air to ship around. So something to keep in mind.
Exactly. I used to be involved with directly employed by a company that was owned by Shin Nippon Koki, which was SNK, which makes large bridge mills and other things, and they owned Nagata, which was made horizontal and vertical mills, and Nissan lathes and all that type of stuff. And just through some friends that were there, they wanted, because of where the windmills were going,